This is a Marvel Legends review on Jean Grey. It was part of the Rocket Raccoon Build-A-Figure series. It has the tail and the lower body of Rocket Raccoon. And finally, a Jean Grey figure. And it is a fantastic, well done action figure. For years, even since the Toy Biz days, people wanted the 1990s Jean Grey, and it was never made at this scale by Toy Biz, and even Hasbro early on, they never made it. And finally, it was made at last. This classic costume, it was worth the wait, because it's a really nicely done figure. There was supposed to be a Jean in a white Phoenix costume, as well as an AOA version, Age of Apocalypse. But both of those figures were cancelled, and you're not going to see them, unfortunately. And that white figure looked really cool in that costume, but you're not going to get it. But at least we got the main costume that fans have wanted for years, and it's this version. It was designed by Jim Lee in the early 90s when they restarted the X-Men books with another title. And Hasbro did sculpt new parts. Check out the head. The head sculpt is really nice here. You just gotta watch like the paying attention to detail on it. You see, this part is the head, it's all like sculpted right here. It's not painted on. And the hair, it's almost like a dark red. The one thing is, I thought it would be like a brighter red, like very bright red. This is almost brown-like in color, to be honest. So, what's with that? Just that little detail there to talk about. The shoulder pads here, sculpting. This is a belt, loose with the X belt buckle. This part here, the gauntlets here, are independently, you can rotate them, which helps with the hand articulation so it doesn't get in the way there. Painted on fingernails. That's pretty rare for a female figure, I think. You see this? It has like, I don't know what the heck these were by Jim Lee. It's supposed to be like sculpted pouch bags or something on the thigh area. And this is the costume. I'll try to show you the details of it. Yeah, it's pretty plain here except for the sculpting there. Probably this part has been reused, I think, before to some degree. But the shoulder things are attached right to the sculpt here, so it's not like a separate piece, surprisingly. But it really doesn't get in the way of the articulation. I'll talk about that in a minute. Definitely the 1990s Jean Grey costume that was much in demand finally did get an action figure. And the head, not too much up and down range-wise. Thought there'd be more, other figures have more, but side to side is pretty good. And the hair doesn't really get in the way too much. They made room for that. Ball jointed, in and out, up and down, but that's about as high as it's gonna go on the upper articulation there. One point of articulation only at the elbow, but you can spin it. And the hands, you can rotate that. And right at the wrist area, have some articulation. Upper body here, articulation side to side. Not much up and down, and nothing at the waist. Ball jointed, side to side, in and out over there, the upper articulation point. Double knees, and it has those ankles that go up, down, and side to side that Hasbro's been using. and thankfully, because that's a really good articulation point. Overall, this is a welcome addition to the Marvel Legends line. The only thing is, maybe the hair could have been just more red instead of like a dark red, almost brown. And even though Toy Biz made a 1990s Jim Lee Cyclops in that version, that mold was, in my opinion, too thin. The body, it wasn't thick enough to fit in with today's Marvel Legends. So hopefully Hasbro at some point will reissue that Jim Lee costume mold. They did make their own version in the Marvel Universe scale, so obviously they know about that costume. And hopefully if they can make that version of the Jim Lee Cyclops, then you'd have the perfect 1990s X-Men couple. So that's the review. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. Hey Gene, you know, if Cyclops isn't around and the Scarlet Spider is single, I'm just saying. Oh, whoa, don't use those mental mind powers on me. I'll go. But I'm just saying, you know, if you're single and you want, okay, I'm going.